Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the world of Skyrim with myself, Apex Alice, as we continue to see if the Shadow King, Alith Anar, can survive. Just before we go into the episode, I want to thank today's bringer of the video, and that is Apple and Blackcurrant Cordial. You know, nice, refreshing, kept my throat nice and not dry so that I can speak. It's always good. And we're going to do the calls to arms at the start this time, just while we make our way back to Witherwood after killing the witch Anise. So if you like what you see, please leave a like. If you can leave a comment as well, let me know if you're doing run, how your run is going. What do you do to challenge yourself? So my challenge is obviously I'm sticking to a character from another world and also using the survival mode. And if you want to continue watching the Shadow King do his thing, hit that subscribe button. So anyway, without further ado, let's crack on with what's going on in the video. So in the last video, we did kill Anise, the witch, because it was either us or her, and we chose her. And we also obviously went through Bleak Falls Bower, and we've got the Golden Claw. And so I went into Riverwood, and I started looking around houses, and so you can see I'm going to the various houses, because I thought Anise was actually trying to contact somebody in the village. I'm not sure she is. Anyway, I go to leave the village, and I actually got a good... Where did I get to? I got to the bridge at the bottom, so where it's got the crossroads, you can go left to go to right one, right to go to the towers. Anyway, and I realised I'd forgotten to hand the Golden Claw in, which is where I stopped, came back. That's why there was a kind of a jump, as I didn't see the point in showing you where I go and go, hang on a minute, I've still got the Golden Claw in my inventory. I best head back. So we're here. I'll do a little bit of shopping. It's not anything. I buy some... Do I buy spells? No, I'm looking at selling stuff. And then I go and remember that I've got these spells, which I'm never going to use, but we'll load them anyway. And from there, we start to make our way. No, apparently we don't make our way. I go into Alvor's house. I'm not sure why I do this. I think I'm looking for something, but I can't remember what I'm looking for. Yeah, generally, I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm a bit stumped. It is a while since I've played this particular bit. Anyway, I'm now going to make my way, and we are going to go and get Amren's sword. So we're going to speed as we get from Riverwood to the bridge. And like I said, this should be the second to last one with no sound. I believe the one after this one is going to have no sound partway through. I think sound will come back partway through the next episode. This is the last one where there will be no sound, as I realised partway through that this was recording and was not recording sound. So I won't have to be going over doing a voiceover. You'll actually hear me talking about what's going on. Maybe. Anyway, we snipe this wolf. We see him from the bridge. So this is the bridge that I was talking about, where I realised I hadn't handed in the Golden Claw mission. So I went back and did it. And we killed a wolf that was sat there minding its own business. But in the words of Cobra Kai, strike first. Also, if we're going back to 7th Ed, High Elves always strike first. So it's what we did. Anyway, we carry on, and I saw something moving in the shadows, so I crouched, and lo and behold, oh, we're spotted, and it's heading straight forwards, so let's fire some arrows. It detects us. We could not hide in the shadows. Fire some more arrows, and it's a Khajiit. Draw our sword. block, parry, parry, block, slice, slice while he's slicing us. Block some more, and there we go. We've got the stunning blow there. Knocked him on his head. Knocked him for a 6. And we'll gladly loot his corpse. We'll get them when we pry it from his cold, dead fingers. Anyway, moving on. That was one dead Khajiit. And just having a quick look at a Nord longbow there. Looks not too shabby. I know that the ancient Nord gear isn't to everybody's taste, but I think it's quite nice. I think there's worse out there. We'll kill that skeever before it can attack us. Grab its tail so that we can learn that it's... we're going to learn about that one. Eat the mushrooms. Eat the skeever tail, which will damage health. And the death bell just for good measure, to do double damage to our health. But we did have to restore health from wheat. There's normally a pack of wolves there, but it didn't seem to be this time, so... Oh well. We'll continue forth. Let's see the nice little butterflies. We're going to catch one. And we're going to eat it. Because apparently that's what you do when you catch a butterfly. You give it a little bit of a nibble. And you can restore a tiny bit of health. See the wolf pack over yonder. So we'll fire some arrows from behind these piles of stones. There's one dead wolf. This wolf starts moving. I'm not the best shot when it comes to the arrows. I'm a little bit slow, to be honest. I know that some people literally are very quick and can do this a lot better. I'm going to hide behind that just so he can't see me as he looks. And yeah, look at this. I'm very slow. A good gamer would have already shot by now about 10 arrows and it'd be a pincushion. There we go. Nice, lovely scene of the arrow flying through the air and piercing in between the eyes. Robin Hood would have been proud. So, loot the corpses, get those wolf pelts ready for us to make some leatherness. And while we just catch a few little bits and we make our way, I'm going to ask how you all are. Is everyone having a good day where you are as you watch this? I hope you are. My week has been long. It's the week before payday. And I always find a week before payday is the longest week of all time, as you just start trying to make sure your money is going to last. But the good news is that over the last week or so, TBC anniversary has come out. I know that this is obviously World of Warcraft, not Skyrim, but that's something else that I play. That's come out, and I might even do videos of me playing that, because that's been quite fun. I might do one with a new space goat tankered in. Anyway, on this here, I'm trying something a bit new. Normally, I assault the tower head on. But I thought, being the Shadow King and being Alith Anar and a stealth archer, I thought he'd be strategic about this. He wouldn't, dash down into the valley and then back up where they can all see him. He'd go up this hill because there's a good vantage point, and you'll see it in a second. So this is a nice one. Just keeps you around, but there, can you see it just in the corner? So I'm going to head over to it now. And we're going to head round, and there you go. Can you see just where the rocks jut out? I feel like that's a perfect vantage point. And we're going to get onto it here, and look at it. It's all set up. He's too busy. But somehow my arrow misses. Fire again, and the second arrow misses. And I believe the third arrow will miss. And eventually I decided that I must be too far away. So they're falling short. I mean, he gets dodge 1000 there. I've contracted severe brown rot, apparently. Probably from when the skeever attacked me. So I've moved forward a little bit, back to hidden. I'm going to fire another arrow. It still doesn't wound, so I'm going to go a little bit more forward. I'm going to try and fall down the side. Now, just watching the corner, right-hand side, you just see there, that is the bandit chief dropping to his death. You saw it on the right, going down the cliff. You see him going down the waterfall there. I didn't notice that. And another one drops. Actually, that might be the bandit chief. The one that dropped earlier, I think, was just a standard bandit. I didn't notice that while I was playing, but it's absolutely hilarious when you can see it. So you're going to see me, and I'm waiting here to try and find all the bandits that appear, and none of them are coming because 2 of them have already died. But I haven't seen that at this point. Alith Anar's eyes, although Elven did not see that. The glory of 2020 vision and hindsight. So, with there being no bandits reappearing, we're going to head on down now, I think, in a second. Or I'm just going to continue to stare longingly. We're going to be very careful that we don't fall, because that'll be a very short thing, 3 videos all silent with just some voiceover. So there we see another bandit there. So I think that one came up from the river as well. Thinking about firing, but I didn't. I'm going to get a bit closer, because the further away you are, the arrows will either fall short, or the damage that we do. I don't know if there's like a code for them, so that if they're so far away, the armor negates the damage that they would cause, and it just bounces off them because nothing happens. Anyway, that bandit goes running across the bridge, as you do. It almost gave us a nice perfect shot if I was a bit quicker. We've used those ancient Nord arrows. We're back down to our iron arrows. So maybe it is a good job that I collected all those iron arrows in the last episode. Line up for the nice perfect shot. I released the arrow. I released it too soon. Second arrow also misses. I'm really good at this game, aren't I? Really good at missing. Fire another arrow. No. No, no, no. Try again. No. Try again. No, that time he stopped. Look at that, he's just stopping short every time, and then when I do fire it dead on him, he just moves out of the way. Very slowly. An intelligent man would move. Oh, look, there we go, moving. So we're going to sneak on through. Just got to increase our sneak. And that's a dead bandit. That's probably the one that I shot off the top of the tower. And then I just noticed there the dead bandit on the other shore as well. And I do question how that happened. There you go, look, there's an iron arrow. Must have hit the door. Pick up the 2 potions. They'll come in use later. And of course, eagle-eyed, elven-eyed, we see the lovely trap on the chest, and we'll pick the lock. A few bits of gold, soul gem, nothing too fancy. Out we come here. The bandit is there, being very stealth. Shot. One shot, one kill. That's how it works, right? You know, this is a fresh round of shooting. All that shooting before, nah, a different round doesn't count. Pick up some potion, some garlic. I don't pick up the bread, so I can't make garlic bread later. Bit of a shame. Another potion of healing. That'll come in useful, like I said earlier. Up here, there's no corpse, and then I remember, oh yeah, I saw it corpse down there. I'm going to try and shoot that bandit. We're going to miss. Because for whatever reason, my ability to shoot is awful. I'm going to shoot again, and we're going to miss again. And third miss. And I'm just going to give up. We're going to go head closer. Clearly, my shooting skills from that range are slim to nil. And even closer, we still failed to hit the target. The good news is, though, this is leveling up our sneak because we have got the Thief Stone, so our skills do level up quicker. There we go. Look at that dodge. Skyrim. It just works. There you go. Fire the arrow from afar, straight in the heart. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Sorry, I won't sing again. Sorry, the completionist. You give love a bad name. Sorry, the completionist. I had to finish that line. Sorry. Search through the barrels, and we don't really find. I always look for saltpeter. Not saltpeter, salt pile. Just because it's used in everything. It's used in cooking. It's used in potions. Obviously, that's not everything, but it's really important for us because we have to use potions to survive because we can't use healing spells, and we have to eat because we're on survival mode. Just in case you hadn't heard me the first 7 times I mentioned that we're in survival mode. See, look, I'm still looking for the bandit chief. And it is going to be a while before I realise the bandit chief is dead. And that he met his doom falling. So I'm having a look around. And I still don't think I've picked up. I thought I'd picked up early, but I don't think I did. I click on that to try and remember whether, because I couldn't remember whether the sword was in a chest or on the actual bandit chief. As it turns out, the sword is kept in a chest. That chest right there. So there is Amren's family sword. We'll grab the garnet and the madness, or if it would just empty this, because it's all quite light and high value. And grab the potion, and then I check here. Get the black arrow for that archery increase. And sleep. Now, it's going to let me sleep, and at this point I know the bandit chief is dead. Because if the bandit chief was alive and I just couldn't see him, it wouldn't let me sleep. So we wake up, we're going to spend our perk points. Think about illusion, think better of it. We go to sneaking, I believe this is the one where I add into sneaking. I do look at archery, but I've not quite got enough to go to the next perk. I choose not to do light armor because in my head, it says, if they don't hear me, they don't see me. If they don't see me, they can't attack me. So I don't actually need armor at that point. Anyway, having just had a nice fresh sleep, we're going to eat some apple cabbage stew. And we're going to speed up the play. I'm going to see what I can make with a few of these. Nothing really. I'm going to quit alchemy. I just had a quick look. Nothing I could make with what I had. We're then going to continue looking around, open this chest. And we're going to break a lockpick. Just some gold. And this is where we start looking for the bandit chief. So that was a bandit. That's fine. Moving on. And I'm looking down here. And I still can't see anything. But my brain tells it must be down here somewhere. And I remember seeing something out of the corner of my eye. And lo and behold, there is the bandit chief. There's 102 gold. I am War Axe of Embers. Thank you very much. And off we go. We've got Amren's sword. We can now head back to Whiterun after looting this body, grabbing the arrows. Did we grab the arrows? Yeah, we must have done. And now we can head back to the city of Whiterun. And we'll speed this bit just to get there quicker. Go past the elk. Save the game. Just in case we die. Because at this point, so having played, I'm aware that something happens if we kill Anise. Not going to ruin it for you, but something does happen. But more importantly, what we now come across is two guys in black robes. Now, I wonder what two guys in black robes would be doing walking down the alley in this hour. And they're novice necromancers, because of course they are. Normal people aren't going to be up at this hour. This is the middle of the night, I think, in Skyrim. So we're going to fire some arrows while they hit us with some nice chilly spells. And we're going to heal. We're going to hit that resist magic potion as well, just to survive a little bit of thing. If you've got to then go to blades, because we're now resisting spells, or she's run out of mana. We need to get some more healing, because it's literally going through our armor like a hot knife through butter. Killed her off. Loot a corpse. They don't let the dead rest. Don't need to honor their bodies. It's getting a bit chilly, as you can see by the health bar. It started to shrink a bit. So let's speed into Whiterun. So if any of you are doing a Skyrim run, I'd love to see in the comments how you've done. What role you're playing, what race do you prefer? And although obviously in this run through, I'm not prioritizing going and doing the Civil War. In fact, unless something really annoys Alith Anar, he won't do the Civil War. What side do you take? Are you a Stormcloak or are you an Imperial? Are you for the Nords or are you with the strength of a collective? Anyway, back in Whiterun, and I don't know what we're doing here. We're just looking around aimlessly. But we're now going to head up to the Cloud District. See if we can spot good old Nazim, but it doesn't like we can. And we're going to dash in and we're going to speak to Jarl Balgruuf. But first, we're going to speak to... Well, we're not going to speak... I actually sit here and listen to the entire conversation between Delphine and... I've forgotten who he is. The court wizard. Anyway, they have this whole conversation. They're talking about the dragon sightings. Are they real? Yada, yada, yada. Eventually, they're going to cotton on that I'm stood here like a lemon just listening. And he's going to go, yo, Delphine, this is the guy that I sent to get the Dragonstone. And she's going, wow, you got the Dragonstone on your own? And you'll be like, yeah. She goes, wow, amazing. And then you give the Dragonstone to the court wizard. And Delphine walks off. And I'm sure we'll never see Delphine again. Okay, no, we see her again. Farengar, there we go. Anyway, so we ask you, we tell him we got the Dragonstone, what's next? And he says, now is the time of the mind, which is very underrated in Skyrim, blah, 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 blah. And then behind us, there's some commotion. And the Jarl's housecarl is going to turn up. Because big news, everybody! The Duchess Sandero. No, sorry, it's not the Duchess Sandero. It's going to be a dragon attack. Come on, let's be honest. We all know it. This is what Skyrim's about. Here she is. Irileth, she's coming to summon both you and Farengar to a big meeting for the big news. Look, you can see it's a mad rush. You can see that, it is important and that we must rush to where we're going. Well, that guard gets it. Look, that right one. Yeah, right one guard. He's trying to rush up, but obviously those two slowing him down. Anyway, he's going to tell the Jarl what's happened. Our big tower, well, the Jarl's big tower has been attacked by dragons. It's been destroyed, and it's set on fire. The interesting thing is if you go to the tower before this scene, the tower is still destroyed. Good job, Bethesda. Anyway, the Jarl was like, oh no, quick man, get yourself some food and go rest up. Irileth, get a detachment and go down to the tower. Take this young fellow with you, very trustworthy. I've known him a day. Which is weird to me, because wouldn't you resend that guard? This point of Jarl's going like, yeah, please go with her, and here have some help. Have some help. Here, have a prize for going into Deep Falls Barrow. She's nice enough. Can't remember what he gives us. I'm sure it's going to come up in a minute. But effectively, that's what the whole conversation is about. They just say it all flowery. There we go. Leather armor of minor destruction. Not the best prize in the world. But we are only level 7, level 8 at this point. So it is leveled loot. Not quite sure where I was going here. We're going to have an explore of Dragon's Reach. And we're going to head on out. Now, at this point, I was heading straight to the dragon. Alith Anar, readying his bow. Off we go. Merry men. Better remember, I've got a disease. So we're going to go into a temple. And pray at the altar, which will get rid of the disease. It also has the added benefit of giving us 20 plus stamina. Nice little Kinnereth buff there. That obviously increases our carry weight, which is rather useful. I've just forgotten what it gives at this point, so I was just double checking. And there it is. Increase your stamina by 20 points. Oh, I'd just like to interrupt the game to announce a new sponsor of the video. Coffee. Because I'm now recording this voiceover in the morning and need my nice lovely cup of joe, cup of coffee. in the morning to get me going. Slight detour to go find Amren to give him back his sword. You know, we went and fought the bandits over the bridge although the bandits did most of the work themselves, jumping off cliffs. But here, mate, we've got your sword. They're like, oh, thanks, man. It's like my father's. Let me teach you this sword and board maneuver. And I'll be like, what's a board? But, you know, a shield. And I will still continue to look at him and blink, going, what's a shield? Don't use no shields. They sound cumbersome and like extra carry weight. Anyway, off we go, out the huntsman. And I'm sure you're screaming at the screen. But I've still got a bounty to hand him. We're going to go into Skyrim. And I'm going to turn back round and go into Whiterun because I've remembered I've not handed in the bounty. And also decided I wanted to upgrade these armor with some leather. So we're going to do that. Create some more leather using the wolf pelts. Do the last upgrade. Speeding through this bit just to make it a bit faster. Like that, I think I might do the might do this off camera in the future. Maybe I've not decided. Just have a look at a few things. What I could make. Couldn't really make anything. I did debate chopping up some wood to make arrows, and then decided no, I'm not in the mood for that. What's that? Timmy's down a well? I can't remember what I'm doing at this point. I feel like I got confused. We're going to go to the Banded Mare. Your soldier's going to, like, literally hit us at the doorway. Going to get a quest to find a goat. That's right, he's for goat! I'm still not sure what my plan is here. Got to talk to Hulda, I think. Grab ourselves some sleeps. Oh no, heard any rumours lately. She's going to tell us about the Shrine of Azora. And we're going to rent a room and we're going to go head to some sleepy buys. Grab some food. Pheasant roast. Nice way to start your morning. Some nice roasted pheasant for breakfast. Bellafor, we're going to sell... What are we selling to Bellafor? Sell some books. Sell some... Sold a circlet there. Sell some silver ring. Oh, that's it. So we're just selling the jewellery, really. And a couple of books. Not making a massive weight loss. Right, speed up to the castle. Like I said, I remembered. That's why I'd gone to sleep, to make sure that Avicii was up. We're going to disenchant this. I remembered all this stuff, so we've had to go backwards a bit. So, go to Preventus. I think I called him Avicii a second ago, but he's called Preventus. And for taking out those bandits, we are given a massive... By the steward of the Jarl, let's not forget, 100 gold. An imperial peasant in a small sleepy village can give 500 gold. The Jarl steward can give 100. Figure that one out. I'm going to go into Arcadia's cauldron and see if we can make any potions. Oh, well, first we're going to sell some that we're not really ever going to use. Stamina, I mean, they're good in some way, but the playthrough that we're doing with Alith Anar, very unlikely to be using excess stamina and excess magicka, so we can get rid of them. Try making some potions. I think we make some minor ones. It's just going to remind me here. In a second, what did we make? Apparently, I'm not going to see what we made. I'll test some of these out. Oh, here we go. This is where I make the potions. Creation failed. Creation failed. Failed. So I didn't actually make anything. Got 2 potions of strength that we're going to sell. I must have made them before. Sell those 56 gold each. That's not too bad, is it? A couple of potions. A couple of ingredients that cost, pence. Right, we're now going to head and check out these Akir warriors. They're having a bit of a conversation with the White Room Guard. They're trying to find what they claim to be is a traitor that joined the Falmore. The White Room Guard aren't having none of this nonsense. They're not welcome here. Please leave. The Akir warriors, they're going to come to Alith Anar. They're going to go, hey, can you find this woman that we're looking for? And Alith Anar will probably shrug his shoulders. He's not too fussed about their vendetta. It doesn't really concern him. If he stumbles across her, maybe he'll do something. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll end these. Maybe he'll pick to help the woman that they're looking for. Who knows? We'll see. So we're then going to leave, and this imminent dragon attack that we were meant to be rushing for, we're now going to make our way over. Until, oh look, they're new. Oh look, he's got a big shiny sword. Get out, get out, get out. We've been attacked by thugs, and this is not good. We're going to run. At the moment, nobody seems to want to help us and get involved. This is not great for us. Until now, we're going to hit him with fury. And now the people of Whiterun will get their weapons, and they're going to attack. Hey, here we go. Look at this. We've got Nazim getting involved. We've got a Battleborn. We've got the old lady, soothsayer type person. And, oh, look, still got one left. He smashes us, and we're going to do Fury again. And look, the Alakir warrior, he's coming up. Nazim, he's getting involved. Nazim actually being useful for once. He's not telling us, have I been to the Cloud District? Of course not. Look, even the blacksmiths got involved. Oh, absolutely. People of Whiterun, give yourselves a round of applause because you've saved their life. Look at that, 103 gold. We got more gold from getting the people of Whiterun to kill a thug than we did from the Jarl for clearing out bandits. 207 now from killing 2 thugs, and we didn't even do it. Uh-oh, we got another one. Be a shame if we hit you with fury. Thankfully, he's got a very slow weapon, big swing. Battleborn goes running in, true to his name. Let's have a watch at the scene. Look at them. Oh, the blacksmith with a killing blow. Oh, fury. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing that we allowed illusion magic for this playthrough. And that's obviously thanks to Total War Warhammer 3. Thanks for that, guys. You gave him ability where he can set up illusions. So we're going to use that. Picked up a nice great sword there with shocks. I think we're going to go disenchant it. I should probably sell these things rather than disenchanting because it would make more gold. And he's never going to enchant, but I just don't know. I think the completionist wants me to know all the enchants, even if I can't use them. Right, off we go. We are now going to go find this tower It's been a while trying to do this, but we are now on our way. We're on our way, we're on our way. Nazim hasn't upset us yet. He's not said anything nasty to us. We are a bit low on the old health. With that in mind, I just jump off a wall and cause myself a little bit of damage. So we'll have that potion, the last one. We'll need to go and invest in those. I'm going to change back to a Nordic bow. And here we are, the soldiers. They're all waiting for me. That Alakir warrior that's just been meandering his way back is still there. So at this point, she tells the guards, doesn't seem to be a sign of a dragon. Be careful. And then obviously spread out and find this dragon. Like he's going to be hiding behind one of these walls or something. You know, because dragons are small and can hide pretty well behind shrubberies. Oh wait, no, we can't. Anyway, we go into the tower. This guard, he comes out saying, "Be careful, he's still around. He's just round this corner." And we look around for him now. We still can't see him. You may see him start appearing in a second from the sky. There he is. Yeah, because that's looming and lurking round the corner. Start firing the arrows. Now, of course, we can't go 1-on-1 with the Great One. Wait, no, sorry, the dragon. So we are going to kind of use the terrain to our advantage, especially this here. Little like collapsed bridge. We're going to hide around it. He's then going to obviously pick different targets because he can no longer see Alith Anar, and then we're going to fire the arrows with abandon. Come out into the open a little bit. Try and force him to come down to try and attack us properly. There's no dice, no bueno. In a big brain move by the dragon, he goes around the other side of the bridge. In a small brain move by me, oh, there we go. I do lower the arrow eventually. Here we go. Fire some more. I think we'll get one clean shot off. Second one while he's in the air. Hide back behind the bridge. Got a level up available. That's tasty. He's going to fire at us. Going to slightly catch us. He's going to land again. It's going to cause the ground to shake. We'll get our bearings again, and we'll fire some more arrows. And I think this is it. I don't think he's going to launch up again. So this is now just literally fire arrows till he falls. There he is. The collapse of the dragon. And that is Alith Anar 1, Dragons 0. Kind of a shame because, you know, he is a high elf of the Warhammer world. They have an affinity with dragons. But needs must. This one attacked without mercy. And we are now overladen. But good news, we've absorbed this dragon soul. Oh, we've done something anyway. So we'll go equip the word of power. Like I said, we are going to allow dragon shouts because it is fundamental to the game. I know obviously he doesn't have it in the Warhammer world, but for the sake of this and the fact that he has to use a dragon shout later on, we are going to allow it. So the right one guards come over, they're like, "Oh wow, you're Dragonborn." And Alith Anar is going to be like, "Huh? What?" And they're going to give us the history, how it's an ancient Nord tradition back in the day, back in our day. Well, maybe not their day, but back in the day, they had dragonborns who could dragon shout and kill dragons and absorb their souls, Shang Tsung style. I'm hoping that editing me puts in a nice picture or gif of Shang Tsung saying, "Your soul is mine." We'll see. Anyway, so this conversation is going on, and he's like, "Well, you couldn't shout before, now you can." And then they're going to ask Irileth, and Irileth be like, "I don't know about such nonsense. What I do see is a dead dragon, and that's good news for me. If we can kill them, then they're weak." Or something like that. And yeah, fair point. It doesn't really matter about whether you're dragonborn or not. What really matters is that you can kill dragons. Cool. So with the dragon fallen, we are gonna have to make our way back to Whiterun. And if I remember right, I'm either gonna go speed it up or I'm gonna cut it completely, and we will be in Whiterun in moments. So it looks like I don't skip it. I have decided to run and then speed up the footage so that you can see. Um, obviously, if we were to get attacked, we'd be in a very, very weak position. I think I'm currently, I keep running into the walls. If I remember rightly, my daughter had come and started talking to me. So I wasn't paying full attention. But I just thought it'd be funny just to have you watch me run into walls. So very slowly, we're going to make our way up to Bellafor, where we're going to sell nothing. I don't think. No, we don't sell anything. We're going to keep the stuff because I remembered that we can go have some sleepy poos. There we go. Have some sleep because we don't have to pay any extra this time round. We'll get the bonus to leather armor or light armor, sorry. And we're going to go head up now to the Jarl. Say, yeah, we're done. And he'd be like, oh, yeah, cheers, thanks, hopefully. So here we go, up we go. Into Dragon's Reach. And we're going to tell him that we lost, Dragon's defeated, the Watchtower was destroyed, but we killed the dragon. And because this is a story-driven game, and we haven't really given out anything vague, he's like, there surely must have been something else. Surely. And that's when Alith Anar goes, well, when a dragon did die, I absorbed some kind of power from it. Not sure. He's like, the Greybeards were summoning you. And Alith Anar was like, who are the Greybeards? You all keep saying these words, and I understand the words. I don't understand what they mean. He explains who the Greybeards are. And then he goes, why do they want me? And then he'll be like, oh, because you're Dragonborn, pal. Is that not like really explainable? And he now gives a big story about how they're up on Higher Hrothgar, and you know, this guy here goes on about how they've not summoned a Dragonborn since Tiber Septim himself. This is big news. And then Preventus behind us, he's going to go, what's this Nord nonsense got to do with our friend? And then he's going to be like, then the other guy, what's his name? He's going to be like, Nord nonsense? And everyone's going to be like, oh, chill, Hrongar. Chill your beans. Preventus didn't mean anything by it. He's just ignorant, and that sort of thing. And I just don't see what our friend here has got to do with anything. Ignoring the fact that he just helped kill a dragon and apparently absorbed his soul, I just don't see why he's so special. Here, I'm a steward that only gives out 100 gold for bounties. Anyway. So we speak to Vial again. He's going to say, "I've not forgotten all that you've done for me and my holding. It's not called a holding, is it? Um, we'll just call it a hudding, and he's be like, "I'm going to apply on you the title of Thane and give you a house Carl as way of thanks. Oh, and you can buy property in Whiterun now as well. So we do have access to Breeze Home, but as I said, I think it was 2 episodes ago, Breeze Home, it's not for me. It's not for Alith Anar. Alith Anar doesn't want to be in the city. He is a country boy. He wants to be out there in the hills, in the trees. I'm sure there's a Who song about being out there. So we are going to be looking at getting the complex that's outside the walls of Whiterun. That's going to be our first house purchase. We're going to ask, is there any work? Because we're always looking to do some work for the people of Whiterun. They've accepted us. They've brought us into the fold. So we want to help them as much as we can. And he's going to set us the task of killing the bandit leader at the Silent Moon's camp. So we turn round, and as we head towards the end of the episode, we're going to read the bounty that's been given to us, so that we know where we're going. And we can see in the distance there at the doorway, the best of all followers. Okay, she's not the best. I get it. Before you all start flame wars in your things, that a certain vampire lady is the best. Lydia is the one we all know. Lydia will put us before everything else. But here she is. The introduction to companions, if you've just followed the game and done the storyline first and not done any side quests or anything. She will explain what a Thane is to us. She'll explain what a House Carl does. And she'll obviously say she'll carry our burdens. And we're going to take that literally and give her the dragon bones, a couple of our heavy items. But like I said, we are wrapping up the episode here. So if you've enjoyed it, like I said at the start, give us a like. If you've got any comments to make, please, by all means. It helps the algorithm gods. And finally, if you want to continue watching the exploits of Alith Anar in Skyrim, hit that subscribe button so that you can follow. You're probably going to see in the left-hand corner on the right, there should be the playlist to have the other videos of the Skyrim. And on the left, it will probably recommend a video. If you click on these again as well, that helps with the algorithm gods, because it means that you're interested in my content. And until next time, guys, I've been Apex Alice. This has been one hell of a ride this episode, killing dragons and bandits. And maybe in the next one, we'll do it all again. I'll leave you watching the end of this as we pile it all onto Lydia. Bye for now. Stay safe. Have a good one.